Okay, here it is. Speed Queen has a TR7006 that is now available. Now, these documents have been available for a little while. I'll show you how to access that. There's the 6. There's also a 35 model, TR7X35. We'll look at that in a minute. So what is Speed Queen up to in 2025 and 2026? I want to give you this update, as you can see right here on this website, and you can just simply search for that, and you will find it, the TR7006WN. There are several websites right now that are showing it's available, that you can begin ordering them now. So that means they are probably shipping from the warehouse. There is a new manual. Let me show you that. Now, this says 2025. This is their end to the end of the year, so the 2026 will be coming out soon, and everything kind of looks the same, but notice here, unlocked convenience, right? Remains unlocked until the first spin cycle. This is a major consumer request. This is what people keep asking. Well, I want the one I can open it up and throw something in without hitting a button and stopping it and pausing it. And so you notice TR7006, TR5006, TR3006. We've got these new units, and here's the difference. No lid lock before the first spin. Now, these things get going pretty fast, so you don't want it available to stick your arm in there at any point during the load. It does have to lock it to protect people. God forbid a kid would get their arm in there. But consumers really do want this. And what they're showing now is this major update. They're calling it an overhaul 7006 model. And so I'm looking forward to seeing these. Not a major update, but it's something. Something's happening. Now, these model numbers have been available in their documentation for 3 to 6 months. They've been available behind the scenes. And I'll show you here. You can look at it, speedqueendoc.net. You type in TR7, and it gives you that 6 model. But look at this, TR7X35 white, X01, H01, and A028 in black. That's a black unit. You notice that. Now, back in the day, I did a live stream, and I had to hack the lid lock to be able to open it up to do that live stream and show it to people. And, I just wanted to show how to fill it, that you can do a king-size comforter in the 3.2 and show you the wash action and what it looks like while it's filling up. Because, of course, everybody's curious when you can't see through it. And I also made a prediction, this was 2023, that they were coming out with dark units, the colored ones, and then also that they would come out with larger units that were going to be made in Texas. That was in 2023, and we know they came out with the black units. And, so I'm looking at these new model numbers that just popped up, and that tells me that they're going to be making more units. Perhaps this is that Texas edition, extra large capacity, because notice all these dryers are still at 7 cubic capacity. This is a 3.2 cubic capacity. You can fit a king size comforter in it, no doubt, but wouldn't it be nice to have something larger? I mean, look, we're not European. We're not Europeans. We're in America, and people want something that's bigger. They want more capacity. They want to do more clothes. And look, doing a week's worth of laundry in one of these cheaper washers is one of the things that destroys it. So we know that you have to be careful with overloading, but Speed Queen can handle it. They can build a unit that's actually larger, that can do it properly. These things, it's just about impossible to get them to go off balance. Now, people want the control panel like the TR7, but they want the wash action like the classic, the TC5. And I think that's what we're looking at on these new unit numbers. Now, I'm trying to track down parts, and I've got some other insiders that are reaching out with information. It looks like Speed Queen is finally going to answer what their customers want. They're starting with the colors. Now they're going to the lid latch. Then they're going to hopefully go to that extra size, and that with the classic clean, with that agitator that's moving around, better turnover on the laundry. So the TR7006 white, no heat, WN, that's available immediately. You can order that today. That's T, top load, rear control, 7000 series, 6th revision. So these other ones are new versions of the TR7 that are available, that are being manufactured. Question is, how soon till they're available? Are they in every market? I doubt that they're putting some of the Canadian numbers in here. Those that have access to greater depths as far as the marketing material can help share that with me, perhaps here in the comments. But this one's ready right now, TR7006. You can buy it today. You can just start Googling it. You'll see what I'm talking about. And it's listed here on this website and on several others. And then if you just add PDF to your search engine query, then you can find that specification sheet that I pulled up and showed you in the other tab. I don't think this is an updated picture. I think these are the old stock pictures for the 7003. There's no actual indicator of anything different here. In these marketing pictures, it all looks essentially the same as it has for some time. But Speed Queen is listening to their customers, I hope, and I think they're going to start offering better units. You also notice on that classic dryer, they're going away from the mechanical timer, so put that on your radar if you're not already familiar with that. They are going to the electromech, so it will have a computer board in the classic dryer now also, unfortunately. So one more, old school kind of falling off. TR7006 in black or white. The 16 cycles before they broke it up into 8 standard and 8 special. Now they just combine that number together. And, it's pretty much everything else looks identical. But what we're looking for are updated marketing pictures, updated parts list. Is it a totally different lid latch system, or is it just simply in the controls? Because if that's the case, it's literally just a new control panel and there's nothing else different on the machine for the particular 6, which is kind of what I expect. Now, I'm looking for that ripple vane like that, like you see in this older classic. That's all mechanical, no computers in this washer that you're looking at here. This one's obviously got more computers, 2 computers total. That's what all your TR7s have, but even the classic has a computer behind that panel, so we need to be aware of that. But I've got more information coming soon, but I don't want to share it until I can prove it. But it looks like that's what they're doing. They're going to start building the bigger unit. Then some of them will be available in extra colors. I also want to show you the TR5 models. When you look at speedqueendoc.net and you just type in TR5, you'll notice the models that come up, the 0, the 3, the 6. And then you have these others, the A01, the D00, and the D01. That's fascinating to me. So they're obviously doing something. They're making plans. They're putting things into place. But what I don't have is an ETA when these products are going to hit the shelf. But you can very easily just Google TR7006WN and you will see the results as I'm showing you here. There are many people that are already selling these. These are available now. So you could actually order it. But, it appears that we're just changing the electronics with the timing of the lid lock, not actually changing the lid lock or any other parts. Here's the manual they refer to when you look at the TR7X35 white and you look at their consumer manual for it. I want to show you that. X35 sounds pretty cool, huh? So with that, it actually shows the Canadian version. You see those round knobs. Those are not the American knobs, or maybe they are going to actually bring them on the next series just to distinguish and to delineate. So now we'll have a new look to it. But the question is, are they bringing these larger units soon? Because that's what consumers want. This is what people want. They want a large tub. They don't want just a small tub. You can also Google TR7006WN PDF, as I'm showing you here, and you can find some of this documentation that a lot of the stores, the Speed Queen dealers that I've spoken to, aren't even aware of this yet. So it's not even on their radar. Maybe their distributors are too distracted courting the large customers that they're not talking to the little guys. I hope Speed Queen can keep taking care of the little guys. Many of them are the ones that do the service and help people out. But these big drop ship companies, unfortunately, it's the future. That's where it's going. They're going to take away the personal touch of Speed Queen when they just go to these mass-produced online companies that can drop ship it from off the back of a semi. So if you have any questions in particular, leave them in the comments below. I'll do the best I can to answer all of them. If you have any tips, please let me know. As I said, it looks like these new ones are rolling out and the other ones probably going to be a Christmas time or 2006. I hope that's when we see that Texas edition. What do you guys think?